you kind of go off. I mean, the last couple of times that you faced them, scored 30-plus points. Just what is it about this team that kind of makes it, is an extra motivator, or it just works out for you?
I'm just playing basketball. I don't fall into none of that. A great team, well coached by, for a great former player. I feel like he's a great coach because he understands the game, and obviously led by Dame. But I'm just playing basketball, trying to get better, in the gym each and every day, in the film room each and every day. So, I'm just trying to translate it to help, us get wins.
I mean, it ended in a win today. Just what was the team effort like from your observation?
It was great. We was consistent for 48 minutes, and we was able to get a great team win, in a crucial time where, winning for both sides, us and, them as well. Trying to put together wins so you can, go up in the standings, and, that's all we're trying to do is control each and every game and get wins.
On top of the career night for you, 41 points, you were perfect from three the first time you've done that this season. Did you have a point tonight that you just kind of felt like, tonight it's just everything's working?
No, I just was, I was hooping, out there having fun, trying to do whatever it takes to win, whether, it was getting guys the ball or, taking, shots they was giving me. And, me just shooting them with confidence, which I work on each and every day, but at the end of the day, it was a great team win.
Obviously, after Washington, that was like Quin had a walkthrough essentially to get you guys ready to go. Now having 2 full practices, do you kind of feel like you guys have been able to implement more of his system and see how that's going to be successful towards the rest of the season?
He's great. He's great. He's here to win. He's here to win in the right way. And the right way is us playing together, learning each other, doing it together, competing on both ends of the floor, holding each other accountable. But to sum it all up, it's great to have him. He's here to win, and we're here to win together.
My question's a little bit like that one, but what have the last couple of days of practice been like behind the scenes, like trying to learn or trying to get familiar with each other's sort of lingo and that sort of thing?
They told us that they were going to be light practices, and they end up being hour practices, not walkthroughs. We'll be in the film room, and Quin will be like, well, we're just going to walk through some things, and next thing you know, we're going up and down. But it's for the better of the team. At the end of the day, we're professionals. We get paid to do what we love to do, which is play basketball or whatever you do with your job. And, the reason we won today, I feel like, was because those 2 practices. Just the detail. He's a high IQ guy. I'm going to continue to say that. And, he makes his voice be heard in the right way. And he's motivating guys. Like you see tonight, he drew up a 3 for that goes a long way. Building confidence in each and every one of your players and just gaining that trust and that chemistry together. And I feel like, we'll get to going in the right direction.
What did you like out of Jalen's game tonight?
I love everything about Jalen because I see him working hard every day. Every day he's in the gym, he's in the weight room, he's keeping his head high, because it could be bumpy. You play, you don't play. And for me, just being somebody in this league I've been in, 7 years, just trying to keep him confident and, just tell him you're not the first or the last to go through these type of things, but you have the talent, the work ethic, and the willing to learn. So it's only right, that you're going to get your chance. And when you do, just take advantage of it. And I feel like every time he gets minutes, he takes advantage of it, and he's a point forward, somebody that can get the rebound and go coast to coast, whether it's for him or his teammate. And we need him. We need him to grow up. We need him to take advantage of every time he's on the floor because he helps us win the game, on defense and offense. So I love everything about Jalen.
We have questions?
See you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Trae, coming out here, and you guys started that first quarter, 13 assists on 13 made field goals, just getting everyone involved. How did you kind of see that progress throughout the game?
It was kind of just how we played tonight. The different actions that we were in, we were just kind of moving the ball, and it was just great movement. And we kind of played like that all night, and it showed in the way we scored.
On the defensive side, too, I feel like DJ said you guys focused on the little details, the last 2
Yeah.
days of practice. How did you kind of see that come to fruition on the defensive side?
You definitely saw like what we were practicing on these last couple of days put into today's game with, just the communication and just guys knowing where we need to be. Obviously, every night's going to be a different challenge. Dame's a different guy. So next game may be different, but, everybody was locked in on the game plan and the details of what we needed to do to win, so it was good.
And getting Quin, his first win as a head coach, finishing out the homestand, doing it, just how good does that feel?
It feels amazing. I hated that I missed those shots at the second last game, and wasn't able to get a win for him in his first game back here. So it's good that we were able to get his first win at home in front of our fans, and we can all appreciate that. So it's just one of many going forward.
Trae, Quin talked about the guards him wanting to see the guards kind of step in and get some more rebounds. You having 7 tonight, just what worked for you to kind of get into position to get those?
Anytime teams are shooting threes is usually going to generate long rebounds. So just knowing that and knowing who I was guarding with Matisse, and he's a guy that crashes the boards and hits open shots. So just trying to keep him off the glass as much as I can, and then just get the long rebounds. So that's our job as the guards, to get the long ones and let the bigs. Obviously, we can get the close ones, get them, but usually the bigs and the guys we got usually take care of that.
Dejounte obviously set a career high with 41. And you guys both do all sorts of damage from 14, 15, 16 feet, but it always seems like you do it in completely different ways. Do you ever watch him on a night like tonight and say, I'd like to steal that, or he does this, and that seems like something I could add?
Yeah, I watch everybody. Even before he got here, I always loved his game and the way he was able to get to his spots in the mid-range, and everybody knows he's about to shoot a mid-range jumper, but you can't stop it when he knows where he wants to go. So definitely, obviously I'm not the tallest guy in the world. I'm not DJ's height, so I can't do certain things that he does. But I'm always trying to pick everybody's brain, and guys who I go against or now teammates with, I can always learn. And he's a king of that mid-range right now, and I definitely want to continue to work on that for me too.
Trae, how long is it going to be before you guys fully get Quin's system down, offensively and defensively?
Who knows? That's a tough question. I think, he's such a smart, detailed guy. It's hard to really just judge and how long it's going to take. But we're just going to continue to take it day by day. Obviously, these last couple of days have worked for us tonight, so we just got to keep going and just keep taking it day by day and just learn as much as we can.
It was a good effort, good team effort. I played defense, especially the first 3 quarters collectively. Fourth quarter, Reddish hurt us. We broke down a little bit, but really liked how we played with the exception of the turnovers in the first half. Took a little life out of us. In the second half when they started blitzing, Trae particularly in pick and roll, we have to have better spacing and just learn how to attack different coverages collectively. So.
In that first quarter, you guys had 13 assists on 13 made field goals. Just how do you think that kind of started out the game, getting everyone involved a little bit?
I think it shows the mentality that these guys want to have and that we've been talking about. So to see that early, I think sometimes as the game progresses, we lose that a little bit. Just because it's got to become habitual about the way we play, and there's things the defense does, to adjust to that. They started playing zone, we got a little loose with the ball, and then we're taking it out of the net on the other end. But I was pleased with our connectivity. That's going to be it's a theme for this group.
I know you talked about the defensive side too, and just not letting Dame go off. You guys did a really good job controlling him there too. Just what did you think about the defensive principles and the little details you've been focusing on the last couple days in practice?
Well, it starts on the ball, and I thought DJ was really good. Other guys too. When he's got the ball in transition, we can't necessarily get our matchups. And Gardner and Jalen did a really good job on it as well. So we had some minutes there when DJ was out where. We didn't let up, and he's going to make plays and make shots, but I think for the most part we were solid. There was a couple actions that they ran that we didn't cover very well and got punished for them. But on the whole, it's like your whole team has to be dialed in order to guard him. And I thought particularly the guys on the back line, they were playing, covering for each other, and our help is improving. We got ways to go, but there's this good step.
I know you talked about 0-2 and working on his three-point shot. Did you drop that play for him to make that three?
He told me that I said, how many, he's taking a lot of three-points. He's working on it. So anytime a player's working on something like that, if you have an opportunity, and he shot it with a lot of confidence. He didn't hesitate at all. And sometimes after timeout, if, a player knows he's going to get a shot, they're more mentally prepared, and, he was ready to shoot it.
On Wednesday, you mentioned needing the guards to kind of step up and rebound a little bit more. Trae had 7 rebounds tonight. Just curious what was working as far as them kind of getting into position to get those.
They just got to go, They got to be aggressive and understand, if our guards rebound, they have a chance to push the ball. I think when we get those rebounds, we have to do a better job of sprinting with space so we can throw the ball ahead. And long rebounds are really hard to defend against. So if we can get guard rebounding, that's an important part of both our defense, obviously, closing possessions, and then, it leads to offense.
Quin, how long is it going to take for this entire team to get down your system offensively and defensively to the point that you like it?
There's things that we're trying to fold in. I think the most important thing for us is to continue to develop a mentality. To have that mentality from a system standpoint, it's something as simple right now as just spacing. We would give ourselves a chance to play together where we have passes that we can throw. As far as, system-wise and kind of tactically, there's, that's a process, and a system is not always, it's not ready-made. It has to evolve to personnel. So you make some assumptions about what guys can do, try to create situations that can help them. But right now, 2 practices, it's tough. But these guys have been great. I told them I think we won the game the last 2 days in practice, the way we practiced.
Coach, a lot of times with players, when they miss significant time, we get back in the game shape. How long does that take for coaches, especially with some rule changes?
Yeah, I was on the competition committee, but it was a while ago. So, I think there's things. I'll tell you what really I feel fortunate, that the guys on our staff, that was part of the practice. We had guys that were doing a lot of teaching. There's times when I'm trying to figure out a call, and Joe's got my back, and it's really, I'm fortunate in that sense that these guys, have been as supportive and trying to help me, know what's going on out there, because there's times I'm a little, I won't say lost, but I can get confused as well. But that's frankly, that's part of being on a team, whether it's a coach or a player or whatnot. We want to help each other. So sometimes they're helping me. Okay.
Obviously, Dejounte was going early in this one. As he goes further along, do you try to help facilitate him continuing to go, or just let things play out naturally?
Both. I think anytime you've got a player, that's got the hot hand, that there's opportunities, particularly out of timeout, that you can do things for him. He's as good a mid-range player. I mean, it's a weapon, particularly when people are guarding the line and protecting the rim. And, he hit a couple that were really hard shots, but a lot of them late clock or whatever, and he's making good reads. And when they're taking the mid-range away from him, because eventually people will get up, then he's got an opportunity to adjust and do other things. But he's so confident, with that area in the floor. And they're not long twos either. He's getting deep enough where they're like pop shots for him. And he's unique in that sense. And he's going to keep getting better. Thanks. Okay. All right.